Hey everyone, and welcome back to Style by McKenz. Today I'm going to be doing another continuation on my Valentine's Day series, which is going to be my Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. I did do a couple outfit ideas and a gift guide for the girls over on the blog, and this will be up too, so if you want to catch up on any of my Valentine's Day blog posts, be sure to head on over there after you finish this video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I am going to be beginning with the Lorac Perfection Primer. I've been using this for a while. I've used it in my everyday makeup tutorial and in a couple other videos, I think. I've been using it for quite some time and I really think it does the job when putting on face makeup. Basically, this look is going to be pretty subtle, yet like pretty simple, but with just like a nice pretty pink eye, which I think is gorgeous for the holiday. So yeah, then I'm going to go in with a new Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and I'm just applying this to my beauty blender, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face, just buffing it in. So now that I've finished blending in that foundation, I am going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the light shade 20 Sand, and I've had this for quite some time. I think that it just does a really awesome job of highlighting under the eyes. And just because I am out of another concealer that I typically use that's darker to cover up any blemishes, I am just going to go in with this just to give my chin a little bit extra coverage. I have been breaking out on my chin a lot lately, so I'm just going to cover that up, and then I'm going to go in under my eyes and just buff that in. Now that I am finished with that, I'm going to go in with a concealer brush and the banana powder from the Anastasia contour kit and just pat that under my eyes. This does an awesome job at setting. I talk about this powder all the time. As you can tell, pretty well loved in my makeup collection, and I think that it just does an awesome job. Because I am out of my go-to Rimmel Stay Matte powder, I'm just going to go in with this powder from the Anastasia contour kit. This does like a fine job at powdering, but it definitely doesn't keep you matte throughout the day. I never really realized how awesome my Rimmel Stay Matte powder is until I'm without it for a few days. I do need to go and pick one up, but it's not sold anymore at my CVS, so it's kind of hard to come by, but I will be picking one up when I get the chance because I do not like using this powder on an everyday basis. Also, I'm so sorry I keep touching my hair. I just got it cut and colored. I am obsessed with it. It's just like a longer lob. I got some lowlights put in and then a couple highlights. I love it, but it is short, so like I keep going like this to get it out of my face, so yeah. Anyways, moving on, I am going to just contour with the Lumini bronzer. I've talked about this a lot. This is one of my favorite bronzers that I've had for years. I don't even know where they sell this, but it's really gorgeous and subtle. And I think that with Valentine's Day makeup, typically comes focus on the eyes and the lips. So I do want to just keep things like pretty basic in terms of contouring. I am just going in on my temples, my cheekbones, and then the bridge of my nose. There was a time when I really used to hate blush. I used to think that it was not for me, but it has really come to grow on me the last couple months. I am going in with one of my favorites, which is the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink. You can tell how old this is because even like the old packaging, it's gross and it's dirty, but the blush is beautiful and it does the job. I'm just taking this on this small brush from Victoria's Secret, and I'm just going to smile and apply this to the apples of my cheeks. I am going to go in and start priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is pretty much the only eye primer I've ever used in my last like 6 years of wearing makeup, so I definitely recommend this. I'm just taking a little bit and I'm going to be applying this to my lids all over. This is like translucent, so it doesn't really show up, it just does its job, which is awesome. Once I've applied that, I'm going in with my holy grail whenever I'm wearing eyeshadow, which is Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Barely Branded. This is just like a really awesome creamy base, and this really makes your shadows pop and wear a lot nicer. I think that this makes Urban Decay eyeshadows wear beautifully as well. So whenever talking about eyeshadow and how pigmented and long wearing it is, I'm typically pairing it with this. So I think that does sway my opinion on certain eyeshadow brands because I think that this really helps with it. But I don't know. My favorite palette for Valentine's Day especially is the Naked 3. This palette is gorgeous, all rose gold tones that are beautiful. So it looks like this. I am going to go in with the third shade on my finger, which is called Burnout. This is just like a gorgeous pink, but it's not, it's more warm tone, which is why I'm popping this on my lids. With the crease side of this brush, I'm going to go in with the two matte shades, which are Limit and Nooner. I'm just going to take one pat of Nooner and a couple more of Limit. This is just like a really pretty base shade, mauve. Just like adds a little bit of definition to the crease without looking too much. I'm just kind of messily applying this just because it's just a gorgeous shade and it doesn't really need too much cleaning. So I'm just going in, buffing this in a little bit and blending it out. Now that I've just buffed that matte shade in, I am going to go in with a dense outer V brush. And I'm just going to go in with this beautiful shimmery shade, Liar, and I'm just going to apply a little of this just to darken things up a bit, add a little bit more definition. And I just think that this shadow is so beautiful that I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. Then on a smudge brush, I'm going to go in with that same shade and just drag this along my lower lash line just a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. And of course apply a couple coats of my favorite mascara right now, which is the Great Lash. Then I am just going to go and comb out my eyebrows with a spoolie. My eyebrows, I just got them waxed a couple weeks ago and they're growing in really weird, so they're kind of like a weird shape. I have been having a little bit of hard time filling them in lately, so I don't know. I'm just going to take this brow pencil and kind of play around with them for a little bit. And I'm going to try not to darken them up too much so that they don't look so strange. Then I'm just going to go through, once I'm like kind of satisfied with them, just because I know I'm not going to love them because of their like weird shape right now, I'm just going to go through, call it quits, comb them with a spoolie a little bit more. And then I'm going to jump in with the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals. I'm going to take a, if I can find it, I am going to take a defining eye brush. As you can tell, I really like this highlighter, so I've hit pan on it. This is just like, again, a like rose gold shade, so it looks really beautiful with this eye look that's pretty simple, yet, like I said, did add a little bit of definition and color, so I think that this looks great. I'm going to pop a little bit into my inner corner, and then highlight my Cupid's bow, and then I think I said in a different video that I lost my fan brush, so I've just been using this brush and like spreading it out. I'm just going to be applying a bit of this to my cheeks. And then the tip of my nose. And then again my Cupid's bow. I did try that like bobby pin trick where you go like this and like spread it out, but it was like digging into the pan and it like actually messed up my highlighter. So bad Pinterest trick, guys. I'm going to be applying my favorite lip gloss ever to complete the look. Just a simple sexy lip color. This is the Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian. Oh wait, first I'm going to apply a little bit of the Buxom lipstick in the shade Sydney. There's not much left in this, so I am just going to line my Cupid's bow and my lower lip, not like apply it as a lipstick, just kind of like line them so that when this gloss goes on it just looks gorgeous. So that is it for this makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed this simple Valentine's Day look. I think this is perfect for a date, girls' night, whatever you're doing. I think that this would be an awesome look. I will have all the product details and the typed out makeup tutorial over on my blog, styledbymckenz.com. Be sure to check that out along with any other Valentine's Day blog posts you might want to check out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. If you have any requests, be sure to leave them below, and that should be all. Bye, guys.